Welcome to my maths class. In this class, we'll solve sums from class 10 NCERT textbook, chapter coordinate geometry, exercise 7.2, question 5 and question 6. The sum is find the ratio in which a line segment joining A 1 minus 5 and B minus 4 5 is divided by the x-axis. Also find the coordinates of the point of division. So let P be the point of division. Let P be the point of division of AB. So this AB one minus 5 minus 4 5. Now this is the point of division, that is P. Since P lies on the x-axis, the coordinate of y will be 0. Coordinate of the y coordinate will be 0 for P because it is lying on the x-axis. So let P divide AB in the ratio m1 is to m2. Now we will try to find the ratio by using the section formula. So xy is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So here x, the y coordinate is 0. That's equal to, now we will substitute the values of x and x1 y1 x2 y2. So m1 x2 is minus 4, m1 into minus 4 plus m2 into x1 is 1 divided by m1 plus m2. m1 y2, so m1 y2 is 5 plus m2 y1 is minus 5. y1 is minus 5. m1 plus m2. Now x0 is equal to minus 4m1 plus m2 divided by m1 plus m2, then 5m1 minus 5m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Now to find the ratio, we will equate 0 to this one. So 5m1 minus 5m2 divided by m1 plus m2 is equal to 0. We will put 1 also under that. Now we will cross multiply. So 5m1 minus 5m2 is equal to 0. If I transpose to the right side, 5m1 is equal to 5m2. So what I will do, I'll transpose, I'll shift the m2 to the left side, 5 to the right side. So we will get m1 by m2 is equal to 5 by 5. So m1 by m2 is equal to 1 by 1. So m1 is to m2 is equal to 1 is to 1. This is the ratio. So the point P divides AB in the ratio 1 is to 1. Now the value of m1 is 1, m2 is 1. So now we will substitute this in this x equal to, we'll take this one to find the value of x. We'll equate these two. So minus 4m1 plus m2 by m1 plus m2 is equal to, or we'll put it this way, x equal to this part. So x will be equal to minus 4m1 plus m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Now we will put the values for m1 and m2. m1 is 1, m2 also is 1. So x will be equal to minus 4 into 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. So x will be equal to minus 4 plus 1 by 2. So x will be equal to minus 3 by 2. So we have found the coordinates of the point that divides the AB. Therefore, the required ratio is 1:1. The coordinates of the point of division are x value is minus 3/2, the y value is 0. For the sixth one, if 1, 2, 4y, x6 and 3, 5 are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, find x and y. So we'll draw a parallelogram. Let it be A, B, C and D. So the coordinates will be 1, 2, 4y, x6. This will be x6. This will be 3, 5. Now the AC is the diagonal and BD is the second diagonal. Let the diagonals intersect at a point O. Let the coordinates of point O be x dash, y dash. Now we have to find out the value of x and y. So let ABCD be the parallelogram. Let the diagonals intersect at O. Since the diagonals bisect each other, bisect each other, O is the midpoint of AC and BD. Of AC and BD. So here O is the midpoint of AC, O is also midpoint of BD. Now, O is the midpoint of AC. Now, when O is the midpoint of AC, we can use the midpoint formula. So, x dash y dash will be equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. It is x1 y1 x2 y2. So x1 plus x2, that is 1 plus x divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2, y1 and y2. So 2 plus 6 divided by 2. So x dash y dash will be equal to x plus 1 by 2, comma, it is 4. We will get 4. We solve it, we will get 4. So let this be equation number 1. Now, O is the midpoint of BD also. So O is the midpoint of BD. So x dash y dash will be equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. That is 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 divided by 2. y1 plus y2 divided by 2. That is y plus 5 divided by 2. If we solve it, what we will get? X dash y dash is equal to 7 by 2, comma, y plus 5 by 2. This is equation 2. Now when we compare equation 1 and 2, we get that x plus 1 by 2 is equal to 7 by 2 and 4 is equal to y plus 5 by 2. So from equation 1 and 2, this one is equal to 7 by 2. So x plus 1 by 2 is equal to 7 by 2. Here you can cut off 2 from both sides. So x plus 1 will be equal to 7. Transpose 1 to the right side. So x will be equal to 7 minus 1. So x will be equal to 6. Now we will compare. So 4 will be equal to y plus 5 by 2. So y plus 5 by 2 is equal to 4. Now we will cross multiply. So y plus 5 will be equal to 8. So y is equal to 8 minus 5. So y is equal to 3. Therefore, x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 3. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.